But that's the point. Every bar is one bar. So, if we both stop buying them today, and then tomorrow we each persuade one person to stop buying them too, then pretty soon we'll be making a real difference.
MASC, Monkeys Acting in Schools for Conservation, is about teaching children that they're not powerless to change the world. We teach primate conservation using theatre and interactive children's workshops.
So I've been having quite a good time working with MASC, other than getting free entry to wildlife parks and learning how to make monkey noises and that sort of thing. I've actually learned quite a lot about palm oil, which I, to be honest, hadn't really heard much about before.
Dominic totally got the message. He gave up his favourite chocolate bar. He nags me every time we go shopping to make sure things don't have palm oil in, and he won't eat them if they do. And he writes about it in his homework too. He writes that palm oil is bad.
He is MASC's hero.
All bow down to Dominic.
And another thing I learned as well through working with MASC is that education is one of the most important things that you can do in conservation, because, if you don't know what's going on, you can't do anything about it. It feels like I'm sort of helping to educate the next generation, which is great.
I found it so inspiring setting up MASC and working with all these different people who've got such different skills and different experiences. It's really brought out the best in a lot of different people.
Generally, I think people like to be helpful, and they'd be interested in making a contribution to conservation if they knew how. And it is empowering when you realise that the decisions you make really do have.
The kids can be so passionate and really into what we're teaching. It's so inspiring to find they're so interested in what we're doing.
I love working with the kids. They come out with some of the craziest stuff. If the Queen doesn't do anything about it, shoot her with a bazooka. That was a good one.
We don't like to talk down to kids in our production. We've found that if you talk to them straight and you explain the issues to them thoroughly, they understand. The Mini MASC kids suggested writing a letter to Mr. Nestle asking him to stop using palm oil and products, which we're going to do and see what response we get. All our props and set is made from recycled materials, and everyone pitches in when we have to make them, and so some of the footage in this video is people painting and making stuff. We always have needs of volunteers, people who have experience making set or prop or costumes, or even just people who would like to have a go and have no idea about what they're doing. We welcome everybody. If we got the grant, we would spend it on doing some schools tours for the local schools in Reading, maybe to develop a new piece about pet trade in this country for a younger audience, and probably to do some more activities with the Mini MASC group.
As a conservationist, it's encouraging to work with a group of people who make such a conscientious effort to maintain a positive slant on these topics, and that's not easy to do.
Everyone can do something for the rainforest, you just need to know what it is.